Hi guys, welcome back to from Thanksgiving break. I hope you guys all had a great break, got to rest and stayed healthy and got to see family. So I'm gonna do a short little recap of sentence types. These are things you probably already know about, but it never hurts to recap an idea. So the first thing is you need to know is that what is a clause? And a clause is a part of a sentence. Okay? So there's two different types of clauses, and you know these from our daily grammar practice, but there's an independent clause, and that's one sentence that can stand alone, which is one complete sentence. And then there's a dependent clause, and this is a sentence fragment. Okay, these two independent and dependent clauses are used to create simple, compound, and complex sentences. So first, let's look at a sentence. A simple sentence is just one basic sentence, and this contains one subject and one predicate, and this is known as an independent clause. So here's our example. Joseph waited for the train. Well, let's see. Does it have a subject? A subject is who or what the sentence is about, and that's Joseph. Okay? The predicate is everything after the subject, including the verb. This is our predicate. So because it has one subject and one predicate, that is a simple sentence, also known as an independent clause. The second thing is a compound sentence, and this is a sentence made up two subjects and two predicates, also known as two independent clauses, combined with a coordinating conjunction. And we know our coordinating conjunctions, an acronym for them is fanboys, and that stands for and, nor, yet, or, but, so. Okay, so if you have any of these in a sentence, then it's going to be a compound sentence. Okay, here's our example. Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. All right, here's our coordinating conjunction. And then we also said that it will have two subjects and two predicate. Well, here's our one independent clause. Here's our second independent clause. So let's see if we can find our subject and our predicate inside our two independent clauses. Joe waited for the train. Well, who or what our sentence is about is Joe, so that's our subject. And the rest of the sentence is our predicate. Then let's go to our second independent clause. The train was late. The train is our subject. You're what the sentence is about. And was late is our predicate. Therefore, it is a compound sentence. It has its coordinating conjunction. It has one subject, two subjects, two predicates, and two independent clauses. So that's a compound sentence. All right, a complex sentence is obviously a little bit more complex, and this is made up an independent clause and a dependent clause. So this is made up of a complete sentence and a sentence fragment, okay? And these are combined with subordinating conjunctions. Here's a list of subordinating conjunctions, okay? However, these can occur in the beginning of a sentence or clause or in the middle connecting the two. So here's two tips for you. One, when the dependent clause is first, when the fragment is first, a comma should be used to separate the two clauses. So you would have fragment, comma, subordinating conjunction, independent clause. Okay? Tip two. When the independent clause comes first, a comma should not be used to separate the two clauses. So you would just have an independent clause, a complete sentence, and then you would have a subordinating conjunction, and then you would have your dependent clause. So let's look at some examples here. So we have a few different, just to kind of give you a variety because these are a little tricky. I did not see them at the station because Mary and Samantha arrived at the bus station before noon. Okay, well, this is a long sentence and it's combined with a conjunction because this is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, so I did not see them at the station. I did not see them at the station. What? Okay, there's our fragment. And then Mary and Samantha both arrived at the bus station before noon. This is our fragment, our dependent clause. This is our independent clause because our subject is Samantha and Mary, and our predicate is arrived at the bus station. Okay, as you can tell in our dependent clause up here, You're kind of waiting for more information. I did not see them at the station. Okay, let's kind of add more. So if you're waiting for information, that would be where that fragment comes in. All right, let's look at our next one. Joe realized the train was late while he waited at the train station. Okay, first here is our subordinated conjunction. And then Joe realized that the train was late. He waited at the train station. Joe waited for the train was late. Well, here's our subject, here's our predicate, and this whole thing is an independent clause. He waited at the train station for what? We don't know, so that's going to be our fragment or our dependent clause. Let me fix that. Okay. All right, and then the next one, let's look at is Mary and Samantha realized that Joe was waiting at the train station after they left on the bus. Okay, here's our subordinating conjunction. It is combining our sentences. Mary and Samantha realized Joe was waiting at the train station. Here's our subject. Here's our predicate. That's our independent clause. And they left on the bus. Okay, that's going to be our dependent clause. So there you go. There's some examples of our complex sentences. So let's do a little practice. Vampire Diaries is my favorite television show, but I also love True Blood. Okay, well, is there one subject, one predicate? Is there a coordinating conjunction or a subordinating conjunction? Well, the first thing that clues me in here is that there's a comma and a conjunction. And this is a fanboy conjunction, so this is a coordinating conjunction. Okay? And then it has our Vampire Diaries as part of the television show, and I also love True Blood. Vampire Diaries is my favorite TV show. So my is our subject, favorite TV show is our predicate, I is my subject, True Blood is my predicate. So therefore this is a compound sentence. Let's try next one. The trendy fashion designer released her new line on Wednesday. Okay, so right now I see this sentence is a little bit shorter and it does not have any conjunctions in it. Therefore, I have the trendy fashion designer as my subject. Released a new fashion line on Wednesday. That's my predicate. I only have one subject, one predicate, so that is going to be a simple sentence. After eating lunch at the Cheesecake Factory, Tim went to the gym to exercise. Okay, so first I see a comma, and there's no conjunction. However, I know that my conjunction is in the front, which is after, and this is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, so after eating lunch at the Cheesecake Factory, that is my dependent clause. Tim went to the gym to exercise. That's my independent clause. So this has to be a complex sentence. They spoke to him in Spanish, but he responded in English. Okay, first thing that clues me in is there is a comma conjunction, and that is a coordinating conjunction. And I have one clause and two clause. They is my subject. Spoke to him in Spanish is my predicate. He is my subject. Responded in English is my predicate, so therefore this is a compound sentence. Okay, that is all the practice we have for today. So this, like I said, is a reviewed concept for you, but just to kind of refresh your memory. So what I want you to do on your vocabulary practice is I want you to go through and do part one, which is fill in the blank and highlight your context clues like you normally do. And then go to part two, and I give you specific sentences to look at, like sentence 2, sentence 4, sentence 5, sentence 9, and 10, I believe. And I want you to tell me, are they simple sentence, compound sentence, or complex sentences? Okay, so we're going to use both skills, context clues, vocabulary skills, and identifying sentence types all in one assignment. So good luck to you. You guys are going to do great. Bye-bye.